Hi, my name is Pat, and this is my channel, Book Chat with Pat, and I'm glad that you're here. Today is Poetry Thursday, and I'm going to be speaking today about another U.S. Poet Laureate and Pulitzer Prize winner, Ted Kooser. Ted Kooser was born in Ames, Iowa on April 25th, 1939. He received his bachelor's degree from Iowa State and his master's degree in English from the University of Nebraska. He's the author of 13 collections of poetry and several works of nonfiction as well. His nonfiction books include the Poetry Home Repair Manual, Practical Advice for Beginning Poets. And this is a book that is frequently used as a text for students in creative writing programs. Additionally, he's written Braided Creek, a conversation in poetry, written with fellow poet and longtime friend Jim Harrison. He's also written Local Wonders, Seasons in the Bohemian Alps, for which he won the Nebraska Book Award for Nonfiction. Kooser's honors and awards are many. He won 2 National Endowment for the Arts fellowships in poetry. He won a Pushcart Prize, the Stanley Kunitz Memorial Prize, and a Merit Award from the Nebraska Arts Council. In the fall of 2004, he was named the U.S. Poet Laureate. And in 2005, he was awarded the Pulitzer Prize for Poetry for this collection, Delights and Shadows. I'm going to read from this collection. I'm going to read several of his poems from throughout the collection. As the New York Times noted, Kooser is a genius for making the ordinary sacramental. So now for some poetry. First, I'd like to read his poem entitled Tattoo. What once was meant to be a statement, a dripping dagger held in the fist of a shuddering heart, is now just a bruise on a bony old shoulder, the spot where vanity once punched him hard and the ache lingered on. He looks like someone you had to reckon with, strong as a stallion, fast and ornery, but on this chilly morning as he walks between the tables at a yard sale, with the sleeves of his tight black t-shirt rolled up to show who he was, he's only another old man picking up broken tools and putting them back, his heart gone soft and blue with stories. The old people. Pant cuffs rolled, and in old shoes, they stumble over the rocks and wade out into a cold river of shadows far from the fire, so far that its warmth no longer reaches them, and its light, but for the sparks in their eyes when they chance to look back, scarcely brushes their faces. Their ears are full of night, rustle of black leaves against a starless sky. Sometimes they hear us calling, and sometimes they don't. They are not searching for anything much, nor are they much in need of finding something new. They are feeling their way out into the night, letting their eyes adjust to the future. Mourners. After the funeral, the mourners gather. under the rustling churchyard maples and talk softly like clusters of leaves. White shirt cuffs and collars flash in the shade, highlights on deep green water. They came this afternoon to say goodbye, but now they keep saying hello and hello, peering into each other's faces, slow to let go of each other's hands. Mother. Mid-April already, and the wild plums bloom at the roadside, a lacy white against the exuberant, jubilant green of new grass, and the dusty, fading black of burned-out ditches. No leaves, not yet, only the delicate, star-petaled blossoms, sweet with their timeless perfume. You have been gone a month today, and have missed 3 rains and 1 night-long watch for tornadoes. I sat in the cellar from 6 to 8, while fat spring clouds went somersaulting, rumbling east. Then it poured, a storm that walked on legs of lightning, dragging its shaggy belly over the fields. The meadowlarks are back, and the finches are turning from green to gold. Those same 2 geese have come to the pond again this year, honking in over the trees and splashing down. They never nest, but stay a week or 2, then leave. The peonies are up, the red sprouts burning in circles like birthday candles. For this is the month of my birth, as you know, the best month to be born in, thanks to you. Everything ready to burst with living. There will be no more new flannel nightshirts sewn on your old black Singer. No birthday card addressed in a shaky but businesslike hand. You asked me if I would be sad when it happened, and I am sad. But the iris I moved from your house now hold in the dusty, dry fists of their roots. Green knives and forks as if waiting for dinner, as if spring were a feast. I thank you for that. Were it not for the way you taught me to look at the world, to see the life at play in everything, I would have to be lonely forever. Father, May 19, 1999. Today you would be 97 if you had lived, and we would all be miserable, you and your children driving from clinic to clinic, an ancient, fearful hypochondriac and his fretful son and daughter asking directions, trying to read the complicated fading maps of cures. But with your dignity intact, you have been gone for 20 years, and I am glad for all of us, although I miss you every day. The heartbeat under your necktie, the hand cupped on the back of my neck, Old Spice in the air, your voice delighted with stories. On this day each year, you loved to relate that at the moment of your birth, your mother glanced out the window and saw lilacs in bloom. Well, today, lilacs are blooming in side yards all over Iowa, still welcoming you. A spiral notebook. The bright wire rolls like a porpoise in and out of the calm blue sea of the cover, or perhaps like a sleeper twisting in and out of his dreams, for it could hold a record of dreams if you wanted to buy it for that. though it seems to be meant for more serious work with its college-ruled lines and its cover that states in emphatic white letters, 5 subject notebook. It seems a part of growing old is no longer to have 5 subjects, each demanding an equal share of attention, set apart by brown cardboard dividers, but instead to stand in a drugstore and hang on to one subject a little too long, like this notebook you weigh in your hands, passing your fingers over its surfaces as if it were some kind of wonder. After years. Today, from a distance, I saw you walking away, and without a sound, the glittering face of a glacier slid into the sea. An ancient oak fell in the Cumberlands, holding only a handful of leaves. And an old woman scattering corn to her chickens looked up for an instant. At the other side of the galaxy, a star 35 times the size of our own sun exploded and vanished, leaving a small green spot on the astronomer's retina as he stood in the great open dome of my heart with no one to tell. So that's a little bit of the poetry of Poet Laureate and Pulitzer Prize winning poet Ted Kooser. As always, I thank you for watching. I hope that you're doing well. I'll speak with you again soon. Take care.